So when I talk of a marketing department in a say an automotive or in an FMCG or in a retail, you typically have product managers, you have brand managers, you have digital marketing teams, you have advertising teams. So in a education institution like yours, how is your marketing team built? So do you really have these kinds of people with specific roles, designations? So can you walk me through how does a marketing department in a educational institution look like?
So typically would be, you 10 years back, if I would take even NMIMS also, marketers were the marketing team was more focused on print and, reaching out to through majorly through print. Some of them were online also. But in the last 5 years, especially after the pandemic which happened, it has been a sea of change. We have specialists in the marketing team. Marketing team is also divided upon verticals. So you have a performance marketing vertical, you have a PR vertical. When I say PR, it is organic, inorganic, both. You have a vertical which focuses on social media. You have a vertical which focuses on uh, your data analytics. So each specialized vertical is even present at NMIMS also. I have a team of performance marketing managers. I have a team of performance marketing. I have a team of PR. I have a data analytics team. I have a team which focuses on content, because that is also a very important thing in today's time and age. So those are the different teams, and each team contains each team is made up of specialists. Of course, there are managers who are who I ensure that they are more of generalist, and they not only do about PR or social media, but they do the entire gamut. So that is something which is the typical structure which is there. So it is more of a specialization based structure, each team working in tandem with each other, because what social media is doing, PR has to understand. Performance marketing will also need to know. You cannot have teams working in silos. Typically, earlier your PR team would not know what was happening on social media. Your social media would not know what performance marketing does. Today, I ensure that all my teams talk to each other. Like when a call is happening with my PR agency, my performance marketing team is also sitting in that call. Although, they might not have any relevance, but they need to know and understand what is happening in PR. What is the kind of content that is going out? Very important, because typically performance marketing people are very focused. They are they work in a very narrow space where their life just revolves around impressions, clicks, registrations, leads. That's majorly where their life revolves. But then those days are gone. Today, even a performance marketing person must know what the brand is doing on social, what the brand is doing on when it comes to content. What are the SEO also definitely plays a very important part. So it's like, although they might be specialized in one, but they definitely must be aware of all the other things also.
So how large would a marketing team be in a institution like yours? So
So
typically,
we have almost a 25 member team, where a large chunk of the team sits in the central campus, which is in Mumbai. But there are at least 2 to 3 people which sit out of each campus, because India is a very diverse country. And habits, consumption patterns, consumer behavior differs every 100 kilometers, and in large cities like Mumbai, possibly it differs every 2 kilometers. The way somebody might be thinking in and approaching in Bandra will definitely not be same. Maybe even in Santa Cruz, or maybe even in Vile Parle. Even in large cities like Mumbai, Delhi, typically a South Bombay person will be having a very different thought process, habits, consumer behavior patterns. So what we've done is we have created these specialized teams around the campuses also, which are and these teams also do a lot of outreach programs, because outreach is also a very important part of education, where you need to go to schools, to colleges, and educate the faculty, the principal, the counselors who are at these schools, to about the programs, about the different kinds of things that we offer. and the the about the university as a whole. So it's a centrally decentralized process, as I say.
Beautiful. So you're saying you guys do outreach programs to schools and things like that to
Yes,
seed and
absolutely.
actually nurture the future students.
Yes, absolutely. It is very necessary. We, in fact, invite a lot of students to visit our campuses also, especially when it comes to tech. A lot of parents, students are interested in seeing whether is my kid going to work on the machine, which is there in the market. I'm very proud to say that we have pharma labs where we actually manufacture the drugs on a much smaller scale, and that manufacturing process is right from raw materials to the end product, which is actually capsule packaging and everything also. So we have
Oh,
machines which will actually package that capsule. So these are mini factories by themselves, I can say. And we also have labs where the students are working on the very on a scaled down machines. And this is a very typical US concept where colleges and institutions have actually had even a mini nuclear reactor on the campus. Of course, in India, that is going to be like a little far away, but we do tend to have that. So our labs are industry ready labs. In fact, we call them as industry 4.0 ready labs, where we provide and make the student work on those machines which they are going to work on. In the industry. So, for example, 3D printers, laser cutting machines, these are all there at our campuses, which are there. And we do from time to time invite the people from the press and media to actually experience it, and then inform the others also. So we do that from time to time across all our campuses.